Okay, welcome back to Animators Lost Rat Adventures again. I'm doing yet another stream. Oh, already my first viewer. That was very quick. So today I'm going to be washing my shoes in here. And I tried to fit these in there, but only one could fit and not even completely. So I guess it just does that for no spin. I guess it just does no spin on the cycle. So what I'm going to do for that one is I'm going to saturate the detergent in through the drain hose. So here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to put in, and it's going to be a pre-wash, by the way. So what I'm going to do here, I'll show you. Is I'm going to take the drain hose here. I need to put it on here in order to do it. Try to keep it upright. And just pour it through the cap into the hose. How dirty are the shoes? I don't know. But we're going to find out. So as you can see, I did it directly through the hose. Because I want to saturate it through the hose. Shoe wash. Okay, it says it's going to do cold wash on here. And it's not showing a soil level, so I'm guessing that means auto sensing. So it will sense, so we know of it. Okay, it says it's going to do heavy soil. So I'm guessing they're probably really dirty. And it won't be able to do any spin cycles on here. So it's just going to do a no spin. How long it's going to be, it says it's going to do heavy soil on it. Because I actually never washed these shoes ever since I got them, so I'm doing that now. I've been meaning to wash them for a long time, but I always keep forgetting to, so I'm doing it now. Just turning on the light in the other part of the room. Understand, no spin, so maybe when it's done you could put it in the green and white washer. It's not going to fit in there. The G&W is much smaller than the Mega Washer. Like, you can tell by comparison. Like, I'll show you. See the inner drum? They're just about the same. Like, when it comes to how wide they are, they're just about the same. And the height, the inner drum for the Mega Washer is taller than the one in the G&W. Show you how it looks like when you put both shoes in the washer. That's what I have right now. Both shoes in here. So I'm guessing since there's shoes in here, it's probably going to fill up to about, right about here probably. To like a very high level. Just so we can get enough to get the shoes nice and clean. Now I've never washed shoes in a washing machine myself before, but I have seen shoes being washed in washing machines before. Like at laundromats, I've seen that. First time using no spin, overall, yeah. Cause that's the one setting that I never use. I never use no spin for any of my stuff. And I don't think it's going to allow me to change it from no spin on the shoe wash cycle. Because it's not meant for spinning, because it can't spin because the shoes won't fit in the inner drum. Yeah, you can kind of see those shoes being thoroughly washed. Not washed yet because it's still filling up the water. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna get a really good cycle going. And again, it's on pre-wash. And yeah, again, I have the detergent having been saturated through the drain hose instead of just putting it in directly. Because I'm having a feeling that if I put it in directly, it might do something to my shoes. Okay. Let's see. Put it in all messages. Okay, it feels a little bit above what I thought it was going to. And not only is it my first time washing shoes, it's also my first time using no spin. I mean, there have been like a few times where I run it on spin only, but in no spin, just to show my the end of cycle chime. Oh yeah, it's kind of squeaking in there. You can hear it. I don't think that's the kind of cycle you would want to have the lid open for. At least the whole time. And look at that. Already some... Oh! I think the lid almost just kind of tried to jump. But yeah. That is some dirty water already in there. So... yeah. Completely forgot it was on pre-wash here. that means it's going to add in more detergent the next time it fills. And I guess the reason for doing pre-wash is because there's shoes in there. And shoes typically get dirty. Like, especially if you wear them outside, they get really dirty. I just hope it doesn't do anything to my shoes other than getting them clean. Only question is, how dirty is the water going to be? I'll show you here. See how dirty that is? Like, you could see it in the front side. Oh my god. One of the shoes just tried to kick the door open. I mean, the lid, not the door. I'm so used to front loaders that I keep saying door instead of lid. I mean, because I've always been used to front loaders. The first washer I had was a front loader. It was the Frigidaire FTF 2140ES. And actually the first washer I've ever been around. You could see in the sides how dirty that water is. That washer really knows how to get its stuff clean. Just realized don't need to be tomorrow because it's Sunday. Oh yeah, vacation tomorrow? That's nice. Yeah, these shoes are kind of squeaky in there. Not gonna have school for 3 months. Yeah, me neither once my exam week finishes. Cause after, I think it's like the 15th or the 16th, that's that last full day in school, I have just one exam, which is U.S. history. That's the one exam that I have, which is on June 23rd, I think, at 8 o'clock a.m. It's like a 3-hour exam. I get 25% extra time, which means I get a total of 3 hours and 45 minutes overall. But yeah. This year, this year that's the only exam that I have. That's the only final exam that I have for the end of my junior year. Because, yep, it's coming to the end of my junior year, which means I'm going to be a senior in September. Which means only one more year of high school. And around where I am, there is the option to stay for an extra 3 years, like until I'm 21, but I'm just going to do the 4-year thing. Meaning from 2023 to 27. And already 3/4 of those years have passed by. You can really see how dirty that water is in there. That's how you can tell the washer is doing a really great job at getting the load clean. getting all that stuff nice and clean. Yeah, sometimes those shoes do get stuck up there, but overall it's doing a really great job. And I think I might wash my shoes every, like, I don't know, maybe every 3 months, every 6 months or something. Definitely not once a year. I might do every month, I'm not sure. It's either going to be every month, every 3 months, or every 6 months. I'm not sure. Yeah, that water is really dirty, which means it did a really great job of getting all that stuff out of my shoes. That goes for, like, I think a few years of all that dirt. Yeah, I mean, no wonder it chose heavy soil. And also, no wonder that pre-wash happens to be a default setting on shoe wash here. I was wondering why that was a default setting, but now it looks like we know why. That is like the dirtiest load I have ever washed in here so far. And it still really is a pro. Missed the stream. Should have reminded. That's alright. I did kind of see like the first few minutes of it, like when the sign there, when it said stream starting up soon, or something like that. But yeah. But then again, my case was like kind of coming loose, like a part of my case. So we like to glue it back on. Some very strong glue. Okay. So now we're going to go through that process again. But this time, instead of using quarter cap, we're going to use half cap. Of the extra. Ow. I accidentally just hit one of my fingers on the sink faucet. But yeah, you could even kind of see that dirt in the pipe, like not completely, but like you can still kind of see it. How well it really did. at its job. That thing really does a job on its loads. Putting in half a cap of extra. I'm just gonna try to do it the rest of the way like that. There we go. Okay. So, yep, we got more detergent in there. Now we're filling for the main wash. Pre-wash is like a really good setting for using the washer to pre-treat your clothes. It's a really good setting. It adds like an extra 10 to 15 minutes or something. So we're gonna have like either double or triple the amount of suds that we had before, which is what we still have now. It's kind of funny. Washer's doing a tub clean spin wash. Which one, the Kenmore or the hand crank? I need to get some more of that Foca liquid. That stuff works really good. That stuff works really good on my clothes. I kind of want to test it on my shoes one day. Like what I'm doing with the extra. We got some dry suds there, kind of. But they're gonna be wet. They're gonna be wet once again once it does more agitation. So let's see how dirty the water's. Let's see if the water's still gonna be any dirty in the main wash. Looks like that impeller probably took some of that out. Or maybe it was just loose like that for a while. Turning on my low power mode because I have it on the charger. I just prefer to have low power mode on, just because, I think it, like, really helps, like, charge the battery a little faster. How much minutes for the main wash? For the main wash is going to be 15. For the pre-wash, it was 7.5. So we're on the real thing now. Looks like we're still kind of getting some of that dirty water, huh? Maybe it worked better when it had more water. Yeah, because it did have more water on the pre-wash. Looks like we have more suds than we did before. Yeah. Probably not the best time to have the lid open. So no spin means it won't do intermediate spins either. Oh, hey, Ryan. Wait, is that an LG washer in your profile picture? Because if that is, I really like it. Because if you watch my video, if you watched my channel, or at least seen my channel, you know how I am about LG. I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, you might have seen some videos of my LG WM3600 HWA. It's a really great washer. I've had it since October of 2021. So just over 4.5 years. We're actually somewhere around 4 1/8 by now. Yeah, shoe wash was designed specifically for washing shoes. It kind of banged against the machine a little bit. Against the inside of the machine. I think it's trying to escape the machine. That'd be so funny if it did. That'd be so funny if it tried to escape the machine while it was in the middle of a wash cycle. Like, imagine it was doing an agitation one day, and the lid just suddenly burst open, and the shoes just suddenly just flew out of the machine. Like, that would be so funny if it did that. That'd be so funny to see it doing that. Although I don't think that could actually be possible. Look at that. One of those shoes just went right up against the lid. It was like super close to trying to kick the lid open again. Like they did that a few times on the pre-wash, as you might have saw, as you might have seen. I just hope it doesn't tip the machine over, like something made it tip over the last time a few days ago when it. I think I told you guys about the time when the washer like actually fell at like tipped itself over and fell, and it wasn't even during a spin cycle. It was during a wash cycle. It was like washing the clothes, and all of a sudden it tipped over and fell and spilled out a bunch of suds all over the floor. I had to get I had to get one of my blankets to I had to get one of my blankets to actually clean up all the suds on that day. I think I might make a stream tomorrow called I Am Not Liking Today. Because you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean just by the date of tomorrow. It'll be called I Am Not Liking This Day. Think it's good enough. The washer. Yeah, it's still washing. Again, it's on heavy soil. It auto sensed to heavy soil. I guess shoe wash, when it comes to the soil level, I guess that kind of like depends on. I guess that kind of like depends on. I guess it kind of like depends on how heavily how soiled it thinks the load is. If anything, get it 5 more minutes of washing. Right now it says 6.5 minutes is left on the main wash before it drains and then does some rinses. Again, no intermediate spins because it's on no spin because the shoes won't fit in the inner drum. It would only be able to fit in washers like the GE220, the Samsung 3200, or the LG 3600. Any of these portables, they will not fit into. the inner drums of. It fits in the stationary tub of the mega washer, but not in the rotationary inner drum. Not in the inner drum that rotates. That actually spins along the impeller. So yeah, that's why it's on no spin. I might actually take that hose out. Like when it drains, I might take that hose out of there and just like put it in through here and just kind of try my best to rinse out the shoes as best as possible. Because I don't want any soap residue on my shoes either. Even though it wasn't poured directly on them, it was saturated through here, but still. Just because of all those suds. You know what I mean? Okay. I'll try not to let the camera fall. But let's see. I'm putting a heavy towel on top of the camera so that it hopefully won't try to fall off the vibrating washer. And very soon in the future, if that washer lasts long enough, I might in my own place, I might like try to find a good space to permanently hook it up. And then of course I could just take it out of that position if it needs to be repaired or something. And I might try to build in a dispenser as well. I might try to build in a dispenser. Oh, I think one of the shoes just tried to kick the lid open again. think it's gonna soak for a while. Oh, whoops. I accidentally just turned off my camera. Okay, so it's going to soak. So, okay. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna soak for a while before it drains. I guess that's a part of the shoe wash cycle. Okay, soak time is almost over. And right after I said it, now it's over. Okay. So we actually don't need that. Still on main wash. Yeah, we're actually just draining now. Looks like one of the shoes got stuck at the top again. There we go. Still got some of that dirty water in there, which means it did even more of a job. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to use the hose to rinse that out. I'm gonna turn on the impeller to make to speed things up a little bit. So let's see. So I'm going to do that. Do it like that. There we go. Chew. Gotta get a dry towel. Just getting the towel because gotta wipe off my screen. There we go. Whoops, I think it accidentally zoomed in when I did that. Yeah, first rinse. Looks like a little recirculation there, huh? But not anymore now. How many rinses? No idea yet. You can kind of see how crazy it goes when it has shoes in it. They're even more squeaky than they were on the wash snap. The shoes, I mean. the second rinse. Oh my god. It's splashing water everywhere now. That thing's making a lot of whirlpools. Whoa! Oh my god. That was a really big splash. I panicked and knocked over my charger. I just panicked and knocked over my charger. Eh, not really dirty. Not really dirty now. Just still kind of sudsy, but not as sudsy as it was before. Says it's gonna rinse probably one more time. Oh my god. Oh, whoops. I almost knocked my screen out of my hands. Just like how when I panicked a few minutes ago and accidentally, like, unplugged my charger. Oh man. Still dirty on the sides. I better wipe off that dirt so it doesn't get mixed into the rest of it. So rinse cycle. Oh, it's the outside that's fogging. I think I found it. Yep, right there. How long's the rinse gonna be? As usual, 5 minutes. I have one shoe is stuck. There we go. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so yep, that's the end. Still kind of dripping wet, so I'm going to just shake that out really quick. Okay, that's one shoe. And now I'm going to shake out the other one. Alright, so I got both shoes shaken out. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the stream for today. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.